The chairman of the session and the fellow panelists, I first of all really thank the organizers and especially Dr. Deepak Shikarpur to have invited me here. I'm personally very happy because I got to listen to Dr. Sugata here today. I'm a great fan of him and try to follow him as much possible. Friends, can I have my first slide? Yeah, second. Yeah. Friends, ours is an organization which is a public limited company set up by Government of Maharashtra and 10 universities in Maharashtra. Started in 2002. And it is very important that in spite of being a government promoted company, it is self-sustaining, it is well-creating and it is ever-growing. It has almost become a brand in e-learning. We have companies, our joint venture companies in Orissa, Rajasthan, Haryana, and also in many other countries such as Sharjah, then Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and others. Now we recently started in Sri Lanka. Our unique approach and the identity is very important. See, we are in search of a world-class and value-based education system. And the most important mission here, what I describe it as bigger, better, cheaper, faster, wider and deeper. Because these are the 6 challenges you meet simultaneously in countries like India and most of the South Asia. And while you are beset with a challenge of giving, education to the unprecedented number of students at very good quality, at affordable cost, with just in time, fastest as possible, because you cannot say that in 2025 we will give you this. You have to give it today. And at the same time, in widest accessibility across the rural, tribal, hilly areas also. At the same time, education, even though it happens in a social context, it's a very deeper personal experience. So it should be a mass personalized system. So when you are beset with these challenges, you start to find some solvers. What we found in our own way, there are 2 solvers. One is the most appropriate, imaginative and pervasive use of information technology. Without this, you cannot take on all 6 challenges together. You may take 1 or 2. And second is, in a country like ours, where resources are scarce, how to pull them together by some kind of public, private and community partnership, where you bring the desirable features of the government, the desirable features of the social sector, the desirable features of the private sector, while avoiding their undesirables to creep in. So this was a very unique experiment we did for this activity of mass digital literacy. These are the 3 main pillars of our work: e-learning, e-governance and e-empowerment. We work in schools, colleges, universities, polytechnics, industrial training institutes, the skill development centers, the private sector, the social sector, everywhere. And the most important thing is we take high-tech with human touch. Whatever is possible to be done by technology, we do it by technology. When we expand the circle of automation, at the boundary of it, it creates a very large service sector. So one need not be worried and afraid of automation, because at the boundary of it, when you create a large service sector, there is a work for people, for the people, by the people and of the people. So most of the things which can be automated in learning must be automated, because those are the 6 challenges you have to meet. But once you create that, then at the boundary you require human touch, like what you heard from Mr. Sugata, Professor Sugata, about admiration and, some kind of appreciation, admiration, and some kind of, the wow effect around the students. That is most important for learning. So the teachers become free in this process to create the wow effect, to create the warmth, to create some kind of trigger, some kind of discussions, and to ask them open-ended questions. Rather than the fixed answer questions, you have multiplicity of possibilities when the teacher triggers the discussion on some topics like what you mentioned. The most important reason why we entered into the sphere of digital divide, bridging of the digital divide, is because digital divide today creates knowledge divide, and that creates opportunity divide. So if we have to bring the new opportunities of careers, development and empowerment, you have to have access to knowledge resources, and knowledge is information in action, not just what you get on internet. You may get lots of information on internet, but unless you bring it into action, it doesn't become knowledge. So there has to be an opportunity for the students to bring that information into action. And that is why we created some kind of a platform at 5,000 centers, because in India, we cannot go suddenly truly online mode. We have to find out the golden middle of quasi-online mode of learning. The word e-learning, E is small and L is capital. We have to always remember this. Where technology is just a medium, learning is supreme. And within learning also, if you remove L, what remains is earning. So learning is never complete unless earning takes place. Earning need not be always only money. Earning confidence, earning knowledge, earning the source of self-esteem, earning the source of self-actualization, many things that you can land up earning. So what we did, we created a network of around 5,000 plus centers in Maharashtra. What you see in different colors here are different regions for our convenience of management. But all of them are set up by private entrepreneurs, and I am very happy that some of the lady entrepreneurs have become Rotarians now. They are sitting here, like Swati from YE perhaps here. Swati started her center in her own house. Where is Swati? Can she raise her hand? Swati? Oh, great. I'm so delighted. She just SMS'd me just now, so I noted her presence. Swati started her center in a town called YE in her own home, and I had visited her, and there are 5,000 Swatis like that in Maharashtra today. And when I went to her center, the students were learning, 2 sisters and Swati, 3 of them operate this, like a great private enterprise, socially connected and very enthusiastic to bring digital literacy in her community. And Swati had no place even to make me sit and offer me tea. Today, Swati has 5,000 square feet of center, Swati? 5,500 square feet of center in front of YE bus station. Okay? And students from not less than 55 villages come to her center to learn digital literacy, because her center is very close to the bus station, which they can afford. If you go to places like Beed, there are Swatis in Beed also. What do? There is no power in the morning. So they have purchased some large carpets, outside this digital literacy center. And the students come by the bus at the late night with their tiffins with them. Then in the candlelight, they take their dinner and they sleep on that carpet. At about 2.5 hours later or 3 hours later, the power is available. So Swati of Beed sprinkles water on them and makes them get up. Okay? And all of them now sit on the machines and start working. They return back to their villages by the morning bus, early morning bus. Okay? So there are many such stories which I can tell you. But these are the 5,000 centers, and there are something like 25,000, learning facilitators who help students. All these 25,000 colleagues of mine. So whenever I receive too many awards, I always say that even though I'm receiving with 2 hands, actually I'm receiving with 50,000 hands, because they are the people who really make the things happen. These 25,000 people have got a decent livelihood in their own places without migrating to Mumbai and Pune in high-tech area. You ask anybody from Swati's center, he can install SQL server for you at whatever locations. Okay, so decent high-tech jobs at their own native places without migrating to Mumbai and Pune, and also very, very nicely connected to their community. They are doing something great, and they are building the careers of so many millions of students in their own places. Okay, now the next thing is that you can see that there are 70,000 internet-ready machines. None of them belongs to me. All the machines belong to people like Swati. Okay, there is not a single machine I have owned or purchased. Okay, they have purchased it. What we have created is a very decent business model, a decent pedagogic innovation, a decent business innovation, a decent technological innovation, and most important, a decent partnership innovation. So these 4 innovations come together to make this happen. We have created the frameworks for the learner facilitation, the learner life cycle management, the center life cycle management, and the course life cycle management, and finally the learning management. So ERA, that is e-learning revolution for all, is our brand. When we started, as Mr. Jezurikar rightly said, that e-learning was available when we started for only few, and that too was in English. Okay, so we took the slogan, e-learning revolution for all. That is why the name ERA. And then it came into many, many Indian languages. Today in Perso-Arabic scripts also going from right to left, like in Urdu and Arabic and so many languages of the world. And in Maharashtra we have crossed 9 million, all India put together, we have crossed 15 million. And all these learners have paid the fees, you remember. Not a single person has learned free. All of them have paid fees, and that is how this private-public community partnership is growing. Government has not put in any grants in this. Government gave me an equity of around 2.5 crores way back in 2001. And I have returned back to government from this company 217 crores in last 12 years. In the form of dividends and royalties and examination fees and taxes and all those. And that is why really this became a replicable model in Rajasthan, in Orissa, in Haryana, and now in many states of India and other countries. This is the brand MSCIT. If you go in Maharashtra and talk to anybody, they will and ask them about MSCIT, will say, yes, I have done it. Okay, because over the last 12 years, this number has exceeded 9 millions. This particular program goes through this e-learning process. Okay, this e-learning software, and the most important thing is Gandhiji's direction is really the key aspect of this success. Gandhiji created a beautiful education system called Nai Talim. At the turn of century, people thought that there were 3 educationists who really influenced education across the globe. 3 of them from India, 100 educationists. 3 of them from India, one Mahatma Gandhi, Rabindranath Tagore, and Mr. J.P. Naik from Pune. What Gandhiji said is, education should never start from book. It should start from work. From work to knowledge, and from knowledge to more profound work. So that's a, rising spiral, So we tried to, follow Gandhiji in 21st century. His tantras may not be relevant, but his tattvas are relevant. Okay, his principles are more important. His particular techniques were perhaps, now they are old. So, his most important mantra was socially useful and productive work, not just But what students do in laboratories of typical education system are socially useless practical work. Okay, that also they normally do not do. They get 20 out of 20 marks just as a practical work. This is socially useful, productive work. So, when a student joins our center, we say that, you have to give a beautiful greeting card to your mother. Okay, it starts with that. The digital literacy starts with something like this. It doesn't start with, all about computers and, then there is a hard disk and there is a CPU and system, nothing. Because I feel that most of the digital literacy programs fail because they start by telling how does an ice cream factory work rather than giving the ice cream first. The student keeps waiting, when is the ice cream going to come, when is the ice cream going to come, and then still it doesn't come, and finally the course ends. We start with an ice cream, So, and it is very socially useful. So, when he gives that greeting card to his mother while she is cooking, there is a transformation in the house. And there are so many such socially useful and productive outputs. Means I may not be able to cover all of them here, but there are so many of them like that, which the children make. And all age groups, most important. Digital literacy is not for the children. Digital literacy is for all. Okay, because that is the key to survival, development, empowerment, self-esteem, everything. So, when we start this, what we do, by following Gandhiji, we go from perform to conform and conform to super perform. That is, you perform something first, you go wrong, all learning is by failure. So, in our centers, we celebrate failures. Okay, because if every learning is by failure, like walking and talking, everything we learn by failure, we are wired like that to fail and learn. So, if learning is by failure, then, have I finished my time? Oh, sorry. If learning is by failure, like what I failed in observing time, then if you want to learn fast, then you have to fail fast. Okay, and if you have to fail fast, then you have to remove all stigma on failure. Okay, so what I will do is, I will skip this and just request to play the poster, this video clip, which is a learner from Afghanistan is currently learning with us. The issue of assessment we have handled very differently. A learner presents his process folio. Okay, how am I making this beautiful poster? He presents, and the rest of the world can observe it on YouTube. That is the best assessment, because then he is making himself open to the world, like what Sugata said, that bring internet in examination hall. What we have done is we have brought his performance on internet. Anybody can assess him. Okay, let's watch that video, and thanks for your attention. Thank you.
In the name of Almighty God, I am one of the students of Symbiosis International University, and we have just planned to plant some trees on the campus of Symbiosis International University to make our earth green. Because of that, I am going to prepare a poster for these, and I am going to use from PowerPoint presentation. And now I am going to open PowerPoint presentation. And the first step, I want to make this sheet blank, and I make it blank. And second step, I want to insert a design, and I am going to in design tab, and I insert a design, and then I am going to insert some pictures. In insert tab, picture, and from desktop, and from I insert one picture, and and I adjust this, and I am going to remove the background. Yes, keep changing, and I remove the background. Now I am going to insert other picture from desktop, and I insert this picture, and I want to adjust this. Yes, yeah. Now I am going to use from word art and to write some sentences. Yeah. And save. Say you are Earth. And save your life. Yeah, I insert, and now I'm going to adjust this. Yeah. Now my poster is ready, and I am very happy to create this.
So you can see that millions of students make such beautiful process folios which they can present not only to their parents but also at the time of interviews, and can actually demonstrate that they know this. When they do this, they say this, and they say this and do it. Okay, and they publish it on YouTube, so their friends can also watch this. Okay, so this is a beautiful, very open, evidence-based assessment system. Thank you.